Hi everyone. I just went live. I need to save my camera settings. I keep having this little bit of natural light coming in and it's changing my settings quite a bit. Oh, hey Jakari, how are you? Good to see you again. How's your weekend? Yeah, of course. Let me know your question and I will answer that first. Let me open up chat, pop out chat here so I can read it a little bit easier. Pretty bored? Aw, I'm good. I just made some yogurt blueberry bread and just took it out of the oven, so my place smells so good. And yeah, it's just kind of like a chill kind of afternoon. Before tonight, I'm going to play some games with friends and maybe have a couple drinks and stuff. So, just a general reading for this month. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's go with this one. General reading for Jakari for this month. March 2020. Ooh, slippery. These are the slickest tarot cards that I have. My first deck actually has like I can tell it's getting old now. Ooh, nice. That sounds good. What kind of toppings do you like on your pizza? And any good movies, any you'd recommend? I'm not much of a movie person, but if it's like really good, I'll do it. Give these a really good shuffle here. Marshmallows on your pizza. What? No, that can't be real. What? I mean, like, I can, like, if it's real, I can understand the like rationale because it's kind of the same way of having something like sweet like pineapple on your pizza, you know? But wait, so what else do you have on it besides marshmallows? Like it can't just be marshmallows, right? Because at that point I think it's called like a pie. General reading. Oh, see, that light's coming in now. Hi, Lucy. How are you? Thanks for saying hi and stopping in. I'm doing good. It's good. The regular pepperonis as well, but marshmallow makes what? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Do you do like the little marshmallows? Oh. That's very funny. Like, I feel like I'd have to be like really stoned or something to try something like that. Yeah, no problem, Lucy. I'm doing Jakari's question right now, and then I'll get to yours next. That's no problem. That is so funny. All right, let me set my intention here. Oh, that one. A new beginning, some spontaneity, medium size. Oh, I guess there are like medium ones, huh? This is like all about abundance. Those are great cards so far. Eight of Spells, some movement and action, maybe messages coming your way. I'll basically do it like for the next like 4 weeks kind of thing. Oh yeah, we're talking pizza, Lucy. What are your favorite toppings? I love like super savory stuff, so like I love like garlic and like mushrooms and like hot peppers or like roasted bell peppers, or and sometimes like bacon is good. And pepperoni is like obviously always a winner. Ooh, this one really wanted to stick out here. All right. 7 of challenges. Okay. So it looks like the beginning of the month is going to be kind of like at first you might have a little bit of spontaneous like choices, or maybe an option is presented to you that normally like maybe you wouldn't accept, but you might feel more inclined. And then the Weaver of Boons is in like the normal deck. That is the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like about like being very grounded, like being surrounded by like all this abundance and beauty and things that you've nurtured and worked on. So it's almost like kind of like following this spontaneity might lead you to this opportunity. I'm not sure what like realm of life, like usually like with boons or pentacles, it's like more like job related or money related. 8 of spells is the 8 of wands, so that's all about like movement, action, things like coming and things changing. And then the 7 of challenges is like this sense of like leaving. So you might be leaving like maybe a friendship or a job or like a group that you were part of. Maybe you're leaving behind like old ideas or old ways about like thinking. So yeah, let's do let me say hi. I'm sorry. Hey, lovely Red Sea. I remember you from yesterday. How are you? And yeah, I'm doing Lucy's next, and then I would be happy to answer your question. Pepperoni, yeah. So, Jakari, how does this resonate as far as like what realms of life do you think this might be? Do you get any sense yourself of what this might be? Because it's sometimes also like intuitively what comes up when you see these. Oh wow, these came out. It does. Okay, good. Might be friendships. Okay, yeah, I could see that kind of like this differencing of opinion or a difference of beliefs kind of thing. But then there's also this sense of movement, like things are just gonna like change and move. And then we have extremism and defense came up. So maybe things are kind of being, maybe things will kind of, what's like the word I'm thinking of? Like be blown out of proportion a little bit. And then this sense of like I feel like I need to defend my position and defend my thinking with the 7 over here. And then let me pull, let's do just like general advice. Hi, Pranitha. How are you? Yeah, stick around. I have a couple like in line right now. I don't like to get like a huge list going because it just can be a little cumbersome. So once I'm done with those, I'll select new people. And yeah, if you're around and available, I will definitely do it. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. So it kind of feels like the same with like this, the Weaver of Boons is like creating like the surroundings that like make you feel like happy and fulfilled. So that's like the focus I feel like for this month is like maybe focusing on your surroundings, whether that's the people in it, whether that's like the way you have your house or room arranged. It might be important to like kind of allow for this like fresh canvas and like fresh start to happen, like with the Fool card here. in order for some of these things to start shifting, but it'll be in your favor. It's like you're creating your heaven on earth. Like that's the goal, even if there is some like discomfort or defensive kind of attitudes towards whatever does happen. Yeah. All right, Jakari. I hope that resonated. Let me know. So Lucy wants a... No problem, Jakari. Thanks for stopping in again. It really means a lot that you were here, and you obviously had the notification bell on, which, there you go. That's the benefit, right? Let me take a sip of water here. Put that back. Hi, Capricorns. How are you? Yeah, stick around. I have like a little bit of a list right now, and I want to make sure I get all those people first, and then I'll start taking new questions. So we have Lucy, and she wants a general love reading. I will go with the classic. I pre-shuffled these like an hour ago, but I always like to do like a So let's see, general love reading. That one and two. Okay. Oh my goodness. Like all of these. I mean, okay. Oh. There was an album, more like, which one was it? I can't remember the name of it. But it was like, I guess it was like a more recent album of his I really, really liked. Okay. So, Lucy, this looks like there might be some kind of like initiation of something, but it might not be very long. Like with this is kind of like the leaving card, but this is like initiation of something passionate, of something new, movement and incoming, but then there is this kind of like exiting. So it might be something like short term or short lived. There is this kind of like directness that I'm getting from the Chariot. Like, look how like they're facing head on. They have like a lot of outward strength. They're like well balanced. So that might indicate the type of person this is about, or this might indicate you as well. Let me know what you think. And then we have the 10 of Cups, which is all about kind of like family coming together, this like fullness and happiness and contentment that feels complete. And then we have this kind of like new beginning, or this like new adventure. So maybe, oh, Scorpio. Yeah. Yep. I think it was. Yeah, so this for me feels like a new beginning for you might come from like this kind of like this moment of a connection, of things kind of moving quickly, but then there's this like retreat of it. Yeah. How does that resonate for you, Lucy? Is there someone currently in your life, or are you looking for just like the potential of someone coming in general? or are you already in a relationship? That might kind of change some of the meanings of this, but this is definitely like indicative of like initiation, a lot of action, a lot of movement. An ex, he's a Scorpio. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so if he's a Scorpio, he's a Scorpio moon. Okay, so that's like his emotional kind of temperament. Yeah, it seems like if there is an initiation, it wouldn't be like long term, because it's like these cards come after this leaving card. So it's almost like there's kind of this sense of like wholeness kind of like after that, you know? That's kind of what I see with this. This also might indicate that like through that, like you find something that makes you feel that way, or like come closer to like the conclusion of what you want in future relationships and future connections. And then this is encouraging you to do it with a light heart, feeling adventurous and open. So I feel like that is more of the message with the Fool than anything. Let's pull an empathic card. Let's see. Maybe what his emotions in this is. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate this. Those two, okay. Let's see. Present and adversity. So it's like this sense of overcoming something is going to like give you this sense of presence. Yeah, there's definitely like this getting over it. And the presence, I feel like the Fool is like the most present like card. They're like fully immersed in what is happening right in front of them. So it's like this is kind of like the ideal kind of like attitude and ideal outlook you should have like moving forward, kind of after things either conclude. This also may indicate like how it was for you, like not necessarily what is coming, but kind of like the climate of what your relationship already went through. Oh, you guys are really sweet. So yeah, that's what I see, Lucy. I feel like this is kind of for the month. Like this feels like long because we have a lot of kind of like bigger numbers here. So yeah, let me know how that resonates for you, Lucy. Thank you for asking your question. I really appreciate it. A lot came out there like on its own, so there could be a lot of different ways to look at it depending on, you know, the current situation or kind of what already happened, which you know the details of more than me, but hopefully that gives you some guidance there. So, okay, so we had lovely Red Sea next. Yeah. And then I was going to start a new list. So, let's see. I don't think you posted your question yet, lovely. What was your question? Hi. Hi, Tatiana. So yeah, after this question, I'll take kind of like a new list, kind of chosen at random. So I will let everyone know once I'm taking that and then post your question then. So make sure to copy it so you can paste it. What will my next boyfriend think of my innocent personality and purity? Okay, this is interesting. I feel like this is calling for me. Hi, Zoe. So there's no list yet, but yeah, when I'm done with this reading, I will be kind of compiling a new list. And I just kind of choose like 3 questions. That way I don't have to like keep people here for an hour, you know? I can get through 3 and then make another little list, do those, and that way we're flowing through them, because I want to be able to answer as many as possible. But I also know I can get a little long-winded with like the detail and stuff, so well. So 9 of Visions is kind of like making a wish on something. So it might be like a wish come true. But he might feel like he doesn't deserve it. Like this card is kind of like about, this is the 3 of Swords, so it's kind of like self-imposed heartbreak, or just heartbreak in general. So it's like he has this kind of like, wow, this is like literally my dream, but I don't deserve it. And then based on those actions, like he may do something drastic, like, you know, start a fight for no reason, or you know, storm out or something like kind of dramatic, because this is the Tower. So it's like this very like, it's almost like too good to be true, and then it's like kind of like self-destruction because of it. So I think like because of that, like if that person, when they come into your life, if they're worth, you know, understanding and connecting to, despite this kind of like, you know, this kind of reaction. You sound cray. I mean, it might be crazy, but it also might just be like for it's gonna be totally based on like the person, how extreme the Tower kind of reaction is gonna be. But it does sound like there's just this sense of like he's not confident. And he's not confident. It's not that he's not confident in you, it's that he's not confident in himself for like deserving it. Yeah. Hi Tika, how are you? So let me pull an archetype card. We can see what little, oh, whoa. That came out. So we have the Mother. So this is the Mother archetype. So basically, when someone has an archetype, it can manifest in both a light way and a shadow way. And so the attributes of the Mother for light is nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. And then shadow attributes is smothering or abandoning children. That's actually so weird, because like this card is like, I know it's like really bad lighting, I'm sorry guys, but he's like literally abandoning children right there. Instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So this is interesting. That's so interesting that this is here. And look how green it is. It fits right into this. Let me sit with this. I almost feel like this is kind of like the way to nurture the relationship if it's worth nurturing. But he may approach you kind of like being smothering or abandoning, you know, like when things get hard. Like maybe he'll want to take too much control, or he'll completely like release control. Yeah, and he might have mom issues. Totally. That is so fascinating to me. I'm like totally like perplexed right now. Like, not that I'm confused, but I just am like so curious about this person. But yeah, hopefully that resonates. Lovely. Thank you for your question. I really appreciate it. I know that I didn't get to you last time and I felt bad about that. So I'm so glad you came back. And did you get a notification or were you just online? Oh my gosh, look, it came out again. Okay. Yeah. This is significant. Okay. That was crazy. Okay, so let me get like another list going. So everyone post your questions. Rebel, that came out too. Oh, Tika, I'm just kind of recreating another short list right now. I'm gonna do those questions. Oh, it's 444, guys, for me at least. And then I'll go from there. So post your questions and I'll get to them. So Zobi, Pranitha, let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. I love how it's spelled, but I don't know if I'm putting the emphasis on the right areas. So okay, and then I'll take one more after Sylvia. No problem, Sylvia. Perfect. Okay, so Zoe, let's start with you. Current studies, will you pass your current assignments? All right, let's do this deck. Current studies for Zoe. Will you pass your current assignments? Let's see. Pranitha. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate that. I'd always prefer to do it right if I can. It's hard though sometimes. Just reading the name, you know. Ooh. Too many there. Perfect. And Tatiana, I'll do yours fourth then. That's perfect. Thank you guys so much for being patient. The second time I pronounced the middle part different. Pranitha. Pranitha. Sounds right. Eight of Cups. This is like kind of like going on a journey. Yay. Thanks. This is like accumulation of oh really? What do they say? Zombie instead, or zombie? This is like this moment of like just like taking in the experience, the hard work. I feel like that's but there's like so much stacked up. It's very like, it feels like there's a lot of emotion tied into your studies, but not in a bad way. Like you're just invested. I feel like my studies are a long journey right now. Yeah. And look at this one too. This is another where it's like this build and this journey. Like right when you said journey, that came out. That's actually crazy. So the Eight of Cups and the Six of Cups. And Six of Cups is kind of about like exploring and tapping into something maybe that you've wanted to do since you were a child, maybe. Or it's got that kind of like joy to it. The end goal does. And then Ace of Staffs, which is like it's a 1, which could mean like number 1, like you did well. Could also be like that from the studies this new beginning is initiated, which indicates success. But yeah, this feels to me like this has been a journey, but then there's this like very positive, like I've got this, like kind of confidence with the Ace of Staffs. also the fact that this person's in kind of like a meditative state, that might be like advice for how to achieve the next part of this journey, is to really just like sit with yourself and not like put too much pressure on yourself, and that all the information, all the work that you've done already is going to be channeled and going to come to you when it's necessary during the journey. This also might mean like, yeah, just stepping back for a little bit and then going into it with this approach of like, it's something new. Like, even though like, you know, you've done all this, like each step is something new. Maybe that's also what this is indicating, is this kind of this newness that is going to come from either you stepping back. But yeah, meditation here feels important. Really? Aw. So you feel kind of just like fresh perspective or vibe. Maybe this also indicates like this could be a fresh perspective through your mind or through experience. So maybe even just going somewhere for the day, like somewhere that's, you know, the sun is here, that makes you happy, that isn't too far away, or just doing something to nourish that kind of, that self, that like inner child of yours. Because Six of Cups is all about like inner child and adventure and kind of nostalgia and wonder and all that. Hi, Veronica. So the list is full right now. If I have time, Page of Cups. That's like beginning of like what you're trying to manifest. The beginning of this new energy that's going to come in. Look how proud he is. He's like holding it up. That's really nice. A lot of cups, like a ton of cups. And then there's just this one very definitive like Ace of Wands here. So Veronica, I have like 3 more questions after this one. If I do have time, I'll definitely get to your question next. But I won't know until I'm through those questions, because I'm not sure how much time it'll take. Thank you, Veronica. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, this like, and look back there, there's almost like an institution, you know? It's this kind of like moment of like total like celebration, relief, like look what I've done, look what I've made kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Oh, Tika, no, when I asked for everyone's questions, that's when I got the list together again, and I didn't see you type then, so I wasn't sure if you were still here. But yeah, if there is time after those ones, I'm happy to do yours as well. That's no problem. Tika and Veronica. So, okay, let's go to, yeah, oh, Zobi, let me know, I think, yeah, the advice is like meditation, kind of like taking a step out of like the norm, or kind of going back into your inner child. So like for me, whenever I think inner child, I always think like something creative or something kind of messy, or like going outside and going on like a little hike or adventure, or like doing like a ceramics painting thing, or you know, just like doing something completely different from what you've been doing for so long, and that can kind of help and reset. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe. And looking at those experiences, even if it's not like sitting there and meditating, but looking at the experiences that you go into with that kind of like inner child, like know that is in itself a meditative experience. Hi, Jen. So I don't have any more room on the list right now. I'm going to finish up these next few questions, and then I'm going to see if there's room. Oh, good. Awesome. Oh, I'm glad, Zoe. No problem. Yeah, good luck. I wish you have the best of luck and let me know what happens. So let's see. We have a spiritual reading for, I'm gonna like already mess it up because it's been so long since I Pranitha. Yeah. Spiritual reading. Oh, okay. Oh, I have a deck that I want to use for this. I just got this Tree Angel Oracle deck and I've been using it on myself and I freaking love it. And it's like connected with me like so well. So, Pranitha, we have spiritual reading. Let me give these like a really, really good shuffle. The Enchanter, which is the Magician. Just like, that is like the manifestation card. So that's a very, very spiritual card to come up. No problem, Jen. This one wanted to. 4 of Challenges. So a sense of like resting and rejuvenating. I think there's like a sense of like needing balance between doing and not doing. Oh, whoa. A lot of those fell out. Hi, Star Pink. So I'm going to be taking another round of questions, hopefully if I have the time at the end of this. So stick around and I will try to get to you, but I was planning on going in like 5 minutes, so we'll see how much time. But if not, I do these live streams pretty often, so definitely subscribe and set the notification, and then if you get in early, it's like pretty much a guarantee you'll get your question answered. It's harder once we get like the flow going, you know. Oh, the Lovers. Maybe like a spiritual bond with someone. And then this great movement. Yeah, so that like these two, look how kind of like they kind of mirror each other actually. There's like this rest in the middle, and then there's action and like changes on the outside here. So we have the Enchanter who, you know, creates what he wants. He's a master of using all the different elements of, you know, bringing things into their life. My hubby, oh, that's like really sweet. Let's see. I have Sylvia, and then I have you, Tatiana. And then, yeah, that'll probably be my last. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Good to see you again. Yeah, so the Lovers being here, it's almost like maybe taking a rest will kind of like invite this like kind of more spiritual connection between you two. Like it'll give you guys the space to maybe like work, or like the doing part of life has like kind of gotten in the way. So taking a break, rejuvenating, like taking care of yourself opens up this like opportunity of connection. And then the Fairy Wind is the Chariot, which came up earlier too. So that's interesting. Like a lot of movement, a lot of like outer strength, resilience, and yeah. So it seems like once the rest happens, like you will feel like rejuvenated again, and things will start really moving again. Yeah. And that could be like with your spirituality, or that could just be like in your plans in life as far as like your path, since there is a very distinctive path here. Yeah. Both need that. Yeah, it's definitely like it's calling for rest for things to start moving again. And that there's been a little bit too much focus on like the doing part of it. Yeah. Yeah, that's like, oh, I have goosebumps. That's like so sweet. And oh my gosh, I have goosebumps like literally all over my body. It's crazy. And then, actually, I thought I'd be pulled to the tree angel, but I think instead I'm going to pull from the empath deck. Yours is spiritual, your path. Nice. Okay. So that would make sense too with like this, like the fairy wind is a magic, it's not just wind. It's like produced by this kind of these spiritual forces that are causing the trees to blow and like be moved because there's so much kind of strength in that, in coming from that time of rest. That's really beautiful. I love these cards. I'm like, I definitely connect with them. I've had them for like a couple weeks now. Okay. Balance. Yeah. Hi, Kamar. How are you? Thanks for saying hi. Yeah, it's all about balance right now. And then timeline, it's like you'll know where to go. There's more paths. You'll know what's next after you rest, after you take time to like be together and rest together, reinstate this sense of balance, and then yeah, you'll have direction and kind of know what the next step is. Yeah, I think that's really, really positive and really encouraging. And I love that the oracle is reflected in these cards too. It's like this rest and movement, this balance. And balance for both of you guys too. Yeah, since the lovers are here. Cutting negative people out of your life. Yeah, that totally can indicate that. It's like, all right, I'm going this way. If you don't want to like understand it, or if you don't want to come with me, that's fine. Like there's another way to go. Yeah, totally. And Kamar, I'm probably not gonna be able to take any more questions tonight because I still have 2 more readings and then I have to go soonish. So if you want to stick around and see if there is time, I will try my best, but I can't guarantee it right now. Yeah, so Pranitha, let me know how that resonated for you. Thank you for asking the question. Thanks for being so patient too. I really, really appreciate it. So now we have Sylvia. Sylvia wanted a career reading. So I think the career, let's just go straight in with the usual. And then also, if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because then you'll be notified when I do live readings. I do them on the weekdays quite a bit, but every once in a while I will do a weekend one like this. All right, so Sylvia, are you still here? I'm going to do your career reading. Yeah, it's all about this path. Good. Aw. Follow it and take care of yourself. Awesome, Sylvia. Yay. Glad you're here. Aw, thank you. I feel it. Thank you so much for being here. Good luck with everything. All right, Sylvia. Career. The Fool. It was just general career, right? Career reading, yeah. So the beginning of something new, maybe something like spontaneous, entrepreneurial kind of vibe. Maybe something with animals, something outdoors, something you've never done before. Ace of Cups kind of indicates that too. It's like this fresh, Aw, thanks, Veronica. Thanks for sticking around. I will let you know after the next two if I have time. Yeah, this feels like these are both like new beginnings, new relationships, new kind of commitments. Oh my God. This is like, I mean, yeah, that's pretty crazy. These are like all like the beginning cards. It's all beginning. Let's see if we can get, oh, geez. Yeah, I'm kind of looking out, planning for this. Just kind of surveying options, maybe. Like, maybe this is the fact that there's 3 kind of beginning cards, and then there's 3 in this card. It's kind of parallel to that. Like, maybe you'll have 3 different options coming at you, or 3 different ways you're thinking of going. Maybe it's something like very personal. Maybe it's something where you feel like emotionally connected to the type of service. And then the Ace of Swords would be something more like kind of like logical. So there's like an emotional job, there's like a logical job, and then maybe there's like this sense of freedom or entrepreneurship in that. Hey, Nana. Yeah, the list is closed unless I absolutely have time after I finish these questions, which I won't know until I'm done with them. So you're welcome to stick around, Nana. I have told quite a few people already that I would get them in, so I can't guarantee that I'll have time. But definitely subscribe and like, and you can see when I go next. Will it work out properly? Let's see. Let's see what comes out here. Will it work out? Because right now this just shows like, yeah, there's a lot of like looking at options, new opportunities coming in. Let's see if we can get something for that. Will it work out properly? Yeah, like this is like dreams, like what you want, what you envision, your hopes and your dreams, like being right in front of you. Yeah, that's a really, really positive card. Like that's all about dreams come true, or looking at, you know, seeing a lot of like opportunity and many options. Like you kind of like can't go wrong. It's like the same thing. You're kind of looking out at options, but this is like very positive. Like this is, yeah, the 7 of Cups there. That's very positive. And the fact that it's cups might mean that the position that you feel more emotionally inclined to might be the best and most rewarding of the choices that you have. So look for maybe a job that gives you that sense of like real like emotional connection with the services you provide, and in turn you will receive that kind of that reward in return, the emotional reward from it. Yeah, this isn't about money. Like there's no pentacles, so it doesn't seem like this is about money. This is about like finding kind of like what's a good fit and assessing what's to come from just kind of like looking out there and putting yourself out there to the point where there are opportunities coming in. Because if you put yourself out there, the opportunities follow. But it's important to kind of like meditate on it. Make sure you're choosing the right one for what you want as far as like your fulfillment. That's the most important part there. Financially independent. See, I didn't see any pentacles. So, oh, and then as I that flipped out. This says yes. This says, but like you might you might have to be a little protective or stingy at first. But that flipped out right when you said that. So, I mean, what can I do? Like, that is right when we said we didn't have Pentacles. King of Wands. That just flipped out too. So it's like, yeah, kind of like owning your passion and your desire. So this, it might indicate that there's a sense of security, but like you're kind of, you're protective over it because you're not sure if it'll last. Yeah. The fact that that came out like right then, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. I hope that resonates with you, Sylvia. I feel like that's like, there's like just opportunities coming, and it's up to you to kind of discern what is the best. And it seems like the emotional position, or the one with the most emotional reward, will provide you with that kind of sense of stability, both emotionally and with your money too, with that Four of Pentacles. No problem. No problem. So Tatiana, let's see. Oh, no problem, Kamar. So Tatiana was my last of this short list. After I finish hers, I'm going to see what time it is, and then I will let you guys know for sure. I know that it's not the most, like, straightforward answer, but yeah, that's the best I can do. I'm sorry. So Tatiana, we have, what is the current thoughts and feelings and actions of my boyfriend Jameson towards you? Okay, let's do this. I want to shuffle this really well. Aww. Really, Pranitha, thank you. That's so sweet. I really appreciate that. This is like the very, very beginning of this little tarot, like, YouTube journey. Like, I've been using tarot for myself and like reflection, meditation, and personal development. That's a lot of cards. But man, like, and then I would do like readings for friends and family, and I just found like I just connected with it so much. Like, I'm highly empathic, so oh, here, let me show. Thank you. You're so sweet. That's like so nice. Just the intention alone makes me like feel really happy. Seven of Spells. So this is kind of like maybe feeling like a little defensive, or like kind of like wanting to like have this sense of like individuality. Like the fact that this is a dragon kind of stepping away from like these other people. It's kind of like, it's almost like, let me be me in a way, or like let me do my thing. Oh no. Oh no, Pranitha. Oh. No. I don't know. I don't feel good about that, because it's just like advertising in another channel, and like they've earned all their subscribers and stuff. So I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. But I really appreciate the intent. Aw. I really appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully they don't think that I sent you over there. Aww. Oh, you did? Okay, thank you. That makes me feel better. I wouldn't want to like impose that on anyone. I'm just like such a cautious, like, gentle person. So like I'm just like, oh no. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. Weaver of Challenges. So this is the Queen of Swords. So like there's kind of like this sense of like an open reception to ideas. Like it's kind of like this is almost like he feels maybe kind of defensive, or like he's not sure how to like hold his own individuality in the relationship. But this says that like you're open to like hearing him out, like, and I think he knows that. Like he knows you're a receptive person, and like you're gonna face it directly. Also the crow being here is like this sense of like you're willing to like listen, but also trust your intuition and trust what you've been doing and like how you've been showing up. this one wanted to come out here. 8 of Boons. So this is all about hard work. This is the 8 of Pentacles, about focusing on the work at hand, being present, taking things one step at a time. He's been so to himself for days after a death to his family. Oh, man. Look at this, though. Yeah, and, like, it's interesting now that you say that, and you kind of see these, like, vines and stuff here. I don't know if it's very apparent, but there's kind of these, like, really, like, this, almost like these thorns kind of coming between, but he knows, like, you're there. Like, that makes more sense knowing that. Like, there's kind of, like, this, like, harsh kind of reality kind of separating things right now, but there's not a lack of connection. Yeah, that is so hard to go through. I'm so sorry to hear that, and my condolences for him and your guys' family. 8 of Boons is all about taking it one step at a time, staying grounded, realizing that, like, not one moment is gonna define how things are handled. Maybe this is also encouraging you to kind of, like, stay busy so you don't, like, overthink it, so that you don't get in your head about it, because that can be sometimes with the Queen of Wands, it's like, or Queen of Swords, it's like getting in your own head, like having these kind of, like, set ideas, but there still is this openness. So yeah, this is like, stay busy. Yeah, because it can feel so personal, can't it, when you have this dynamic with someone, and then all of a sudden, like, it's like something so earth-shattering happens like that, you know, their entire world and their entire perspective changes, and they feel like, man, I'm, like, really experiencing this by myself. Like, I'm really alone in this. I'm, like, now I'm different from everyone else around me because, like, I've lost someone in that way or in that experience. And oh, I feel for him. I feel for both of you guys. I lost my mom 3 years ago, and my partner and I definitely, like, it is just such a transition, like, so I totally empathize with you guys. Let's see here. Child of Boons. So this is, again, kind of like being grounded. It's like focusing on focusing on what's in front of you. It's also, actually, this almost feels like he's just, like, kind of distracted. Like, it's like this it's almost this, like, I don't know what I need, so, like, I'm just gonna focus on what's in front of me right now. Oh, thank you, Tatiana. That means a lot. Thank you. Normally I wouldn't bring up something so personal on stream, but I felt just like, I feel very, very connected to the situation. So we have like this kind of, like, distracted, like, look at how they're kind of facing away from each other too. Like, and I don't think that necessarily means that it's a permanent thing. It feels like this is just, like, based on the situation. Once he overcomes this, like, feeling of, like, feeling so separate because of his emotions and because of, like, his situation and, like, how he thinks that identifies him now, there will be this opportunity to connect in this, like, openness. And, like, look how light this card is. Oh, thank you, Kamar. Thank you so much. So this just, like, feels like it's almost like he's distracted, but, like, unwillingly. And then this is saying, like, maybe you need to be distracted willingly right now. It's kind of the vibe. Let me pull some empathic cards. Yeah, it feels defensive, like, I'm not ready, I'm distracted. Balance again. Wow. that card has come out twice today. Yeah. Yeah. I think the balance then, oh, that like totally just hit me. Whoa, that's okay. So the balance is about you showing up for him, like in the sense of like I'm here for you, or like just a text like I'm thinking of you, and just like genuinely not expecting anything in return, and just like knowing that that message comes from a place of like, here is something from me to you, and just know that like you have this like love and support there, even if you don't want to be like next to it, and like and understanding that there's this balance of just boundaries. Oh, hey Keisha. Hey Hillary. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. That's so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, so this is oh, thank you guys so much. You're so nice. Thank you guys. So, I don't know if I have time for any more questions because it is kind of, I was hoping to leave by 5 and it's 5:20. So, but I do these pretty often and I do them during the week. So, hit the notification and I'm happy to do them. I kind of take like a short list of random questions and then answer those and then do another list of the people who are still around and kind of do it that way. So, but yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Welcome. Yeah, so this is kind of like understanding of like the balance of like what you can offer and then what you need, the space that you need to provide, but then also like keeping yourself, occupied kind of in that space. Any advice? Let's pull from here. Oh, Tatiana. In a way, like he might be gone, but it's temporary. Like there's like when that happens, it shakes parts of you that you don't expect. And it may feel like his whole reality is just like not even real anymore. So like nothing grounds him, but that's like, no, that's not a reflection of like your guys' relationship as like it stands. It's totally reflective of his situation and like his internal battle right now. Yeah. So let's see. Let's pull an advice card for you, Tatiana. Yeah, I hope so too. I'm sorry that you guys are coming towards the end, but yeah, definitely stop in. I would love to have you guys again and answer more questions. I always try to get to as many as I can. Oh, this one wanted to come out here. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? When you ask yourself that question, Tatiana, kind of like sense the answer within yourself. Like sit here for a second, take a deep breath, and ask, how am I being called to step up and lead? And see kind of what surfaces from that instinct. Align your life. So again, with the balance, what's not aligned or needs to change. So in this instance, this might just be like expectations of like how frequently, you guys communicated before and how that's not matching up now. And so that feels like this like kind of shattered feeling like, oh my God, like now my sense of reality and my sense of stability is kind of shattered too. But there's always kind of there's a sense of like you can always like come back and present yourself in a way that's like open and loving with no expectations, and continue to show up as that person, and then things will fall into place too. So it's not necessarily like, I feel like this is the acceptance of change, like the acceptance of things are just going to be different right now. And how are you being called to step up and lead in like the most, like the highest, with your highest self. The priestess is like, yeah, trusting your intuition, like pouring out like your feelings and your love, but like doing it from a stance of like I understand, like I'm the giver right now. But yeah, I feel like this is so reminiscent, like the fact that this came up when you were describing your feelings. Yeah, there's kind of this shattered feeling of like, okay, well, like what is life now, like if I don't have these little things. But sometimes, it's like these types of things make you realize that everything external is temporary, everything external is it can change, and so relying on it is a way to suffer. Like if you rely on it too much and put too much emphasis on things being the same or staying in a certain way, even when big traumatic things happen, it can be hard. It can kind of block you from opening up to the next way you need to show up in that situation or for that person. So I think that's like definitely the like energy and vibe I'm getting from this. Yeah. Well, Tatiana, I hope that helps. I totally feel for you. Be patient. Understand that like if you're in that state of grief and confusion, especially if it wasn't like, like if they didn't know, if it wasn't like, from old age or something like that, where it's like this kind of known thing. Yeah. But there is a lot of like just stay open, try not to let your thoughts get in the way, stay busy, doing something that like is for you and like takes time and patience, and understand that there's kind of a rebalance happening because of these changes, but that doesn't mean that you're any less or that you should show up any differently. Yeah. Oh, I just want to give you a hug. I'm sorry, Tatiana. Yeah. Be patient and be trusting in that things will fall back in place, especially if you focus on like what you do have control over, which is your like what you do with your time, and understanding that he's gonna kind of do the same, but in a kind of unwilling way, like he was kind of forced into it. I mean, the same way that you were, actually, it's like that's what it kind of does, is it forces this major change like a death does. So yeah. All right, guys, so it is almost 5:30, so I should go. I'm like running a little bit behind, but I had a really great time with you guys. Definitely subscribe. I'm pretty new on here, but I've been coming on pretty regularly doing these live streams, and I've also been wanting to do some more pick-a-cards and stuff like that. Yeah, and thank you guys so much for stopping by and saying hi. It means a lot, like especially as someone kind of like new in this community. So definitely like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because if you do and you get a notification, you can come in like really early and typically get on the list really fast. Yeah. Aw, thank you, Kamar. I really appreciate it. I hope I'm also saying your name right. Yeah. Aw, yeah. Thank you, Pranitha. Sorry, Nana. Yeah, sorry, Iris. Keisha. I hope I see you guys again. And if not, I appreciate you stopping by right now. Thank you, Nana. Nana, I don't know, but I like it either way. Yeah, thank you guys for being patient and hanging out regardless. And yeah, hopefully I will see you again. I do weekday streams quite a bit, so that's probably the best time to catch me, but I will occasionally be doing these. So yeah. All right. Talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Bye.